Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Will County Board meeting for September 16th, 2021. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the governor's recent disaster proclamation, the number of COVID-19 cases in Will County, and the CDC guidelines regarding COVID-19, the Speaker of the Will County Board has determined that in-person meetings are not practical nor prudent. Therefore, all meetings of the Will County Board shall be held via video and/or audio until further notice. The public is invited to comment or pose a question by email at publiccomment@willcountyillinois.com. At the public comments portion of the meeting, the emails will be read into record. Please go to www.willcountyboard.com/meetings for a link to attend the meeting via WebEx. This meeting is now called to order. Board Member Weigel, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and introduce the clergy?
It's my pleasure to introduce Deacon Bill Siston of St. Jude Catholic Church in New Lenox. Deacon Bill was ordained on April 27, 1991. He received his master's degree in theology from Loyola University. Deacon Bill retired as U.S. Air Force or Air National Guard Chief Master Sergeant after 29 years of service. He serves as chaplain of New Lenox Fire Department and Director of Emergency Services. Deacon Bill is widowed and has been blessed with 2 children and 5 grandchildren. Deacon Bill.
Good morning. Mindful that we are always in God's presence, let us pray. Blessed are you, Lord God of all creation, whose goodness fills our hearts with joy. Blessed are you who have brought us together this day to work in harmony and peace. Strengthen us with your grace and wisdom. God, you are love. In the desire to make us share in this love, you sent your Son into the world to come to our aid in gentle kindness to help those who were weak, sick, or unfortunate. In his great love for us, Christ said that whatever we do for the least among us, we do for him. He called those who show mercy blessed of his Father and promised them eternal life. Let us then pray for the Lord's richest blessings on all the members who are gathered here today. May they be devoted in their help of their brothers and sisters, and we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Mueller. Here. Mueller here. Frizzalone. Here. Frizzalone here. Newquist.
Here.
Ogala. Ogala. Cook.
Here.
Mustis. Here. Mustis here. Mitchell.
Here. Here. Mitchell here.
Tyson. Tyson. Harris.
Here.
Trainier.
Present.
Fritz.
How ridiculous is that? I went and redid what I already did, and then it worked.
State's Attorney Glasgow, you are unmuted. Got him.
Fritz. I see her.
Present.
Jeez. Gould,
Here.
Van Dyne. Van Dyne here. Balich,
Here.
Brooks. Brooks here. Winfrey. Winfrey here. Parker.
Here.
Ventura.
Present.
Coleman.
Here.
Markham.
Here.
Berkowitz.
Here, good morning.
Good morning. Pretzel.
Here.
Weigel. Weigel here. Freeman.
Present.
Crolitis.
Crolitis here.
Cowan. Cowan here. Hi, Judy.
With 26 members present, we have a quorum. Is that with Judy? 25 still? I'm sorry. With 25 members present, we have a quorum. At this time, I need a motion to place on file the certificate of publication. Motion by Van Dyne, seconded by Cowan. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone. Yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist.
Yes.
Ogala. Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook.
Yes.
Mustis. Yes. Mustis, yes. Mitchell.
Yes.
Tyson. She's not here. Harris.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
Fritz.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Van Dyne. Yes. Van Dyne, yes. Balich.
Yes.
Brooks. Yes. Brooks, yes. Winfrey. Winfrey, yes. Parker.
Yes.
Ventura.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Markham.
Yes.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel. Weigel, yes. Crolitis.
Yes.
Freeman is a yes as well.
Freeman, yes. Crolitis. Cowan. Cowan, yes.
25 affirmative, the motion carries. I need a motion to approve the meeting minutes for the August 19th, 2021 Will County Board meeting. Motion by Frizzalone,
Freeman.
seconded by Freeman. Previous roll call? Cowan, seconded by Brooks. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Madam Clerk, will you please acknowledge the elected officials and media present today?
Yes. Today we have Auditor Duffy Blackburn, County Executive Jennifer Bertino Tarrant, County Clerk Lawrence Staley Ferry, Recorder of Deeds Karen Stuckel, Sheriff Mike Kelly, State's Attorney James Glasgow. And for the media, we have Nick Ryer from the Farmers Weekly Review and Alex Ortiz from the Herald News.
Thank you. This time, I'm going to invite board members Denise Winfrey and Herb Brooks to the podium for the check presentation to the Warren Sharp Community Center. Mr. and Mrs. Bolden, would you like to join us? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This morning, I'm joined by Deborah Bolden, who's the wife of the late Raymond Bolden, Judge Bolden, some of you knew, and Jeremy Bolden, Ray's grandson, who is also the executive director of the Warren Sharp Center. And this morning, we present a check for the Warren Sharp Center because Ray was one of the founders of that center. It was his life's work. He was committed to that, and we want to see that work continue. So we are giving a check for $1,000 in memory of Ray to the Warren Sharp Community Center. Deb?
Well, on behalf of the Warren Sharp Center and our director, Jeremy Bolden, the Bolden family would like to thank you. This will help tremendously in the neighborhood for the children, underprivileged children. Thank you.
I just wanted to echo the same thing she said. Just thank you so much. It goes a long, long way. Thank you.
Next, we'll have Majority Leader Meta Mueller and Steve Rauter to the podium to recognize Steve on his retirement from Westcom.
Proclamation is recognizing Steve Rauter on his retirement from Westcom. Whereas Steve Rauter will be retiring as Director of Western Will County Communication on September 24th, 2021, culminating a career spanning over 49 years in public safety. And whereas Steve was hired as Westcom's Executive Director in 2006 after an exceptional career with the Lyle Woodridge Fire Protection District, having served over 30 years with that department and retiring as Deputy Chief. And whereas in his 15 years at Westcom, he has guided and sustained its growth from 13 public safety agencies to the 21 agencies Westcom serves today. And whereas Steve's vision and drive behind the planning and construction of Westcom's new 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art dispatch facility was indispensable in making that project a reality. And whereas under his leadership, Westcom handled over 102,000 911 calls in 2020, counting for approximately 1/3 of the emergency calls handled by the Will County 911 system that year. And whereas Steve has served as a member of the Will County Emergency Telephone System Board for 13 years, and whereas while on the ETSB, he served in positions of leadership as chair of the Long Range Planning Committee, as vice chair from 2010 to 2017, and as board chair from 2017 to 2021. And whereas Steve also served in numerous positions with professional organizations, including the Will County Fire Chiefs Association, MABAS Division 15, Illinois APCO, and others where he used his experience and influence to further the public safety of the citizens of Will County. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive hereby congratulate Steve Rauter for his career of over 49 years in public safety and recognize his 15 years of dedicated service to the County of Will and the people of Willcom through Westcom. Be it further proclaimed that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive wish him a long, healthy, and happy retirement, dated the 16th day of December, 2021, and I so move.
Motion by Mueller, seconded by Brooks. Previous roll call by Frizzalone, seconded by Weigel. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Steve, if you are listening, congratulations on your 49 years. I don't know why you couldn't
That's
stick it out one
amazing.
more, but we will miss you. Bye-bye.
Make it an even 50.
Next, we have Speaker Cowan who will read the proclamation recognizing September 17th, 2021 as Hunger Action Day.
Thank you, Madam Executive. Whereas Hunger Action Day is a day where efforts across the country are focused for greater hunger fighting impact. And whereas hunger can affect people from all walks of life, millions of people in America are just one job loss, missed paycheck, or medical emergency away from hunger. And whereas in 2019, there were 38,860 food insecure people in Will County, a rate of 5.6%, which was projected to have increased to 9.4% in 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic. And whereas the pandemic has most impacted families that were already facing hunger, and many of those do not qualify for federal nutrition programs and visit their local food bank and other food programs for extra support. And whereas food insecurity can have a wide impact on a family's circumstances, such as serious health implications, especially when forced to choose between spending money on food and medicine or medical care, damage to a child's ability to learn and grow, and difficult decisions for seniors who are often living on fixed incomes. And whereas September is Hunger Action Month, where food banks across the country are hosting awareness campaigns and events to bring attention and take action for the cause of hunger, sharing, volunteering, pledging, fundraising, and donating are just a few ways to help end the impossible choices of hunger. And whereas September 17th, 2021 is National Go Orange Day, where local municipalities, businesses, and individuals are encouraged to wear orange to help raise awareness for hunger relief and efforts. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive proclaim September 2021 as Hunger Action Month in Will County and encourage residents to wear orange on September 17th to help raise awareness for hunger relief efforts. Be it further resolved that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive do hereby affirm their commitment to work towards solving hunger through innovative programs and partnerships. Dated this 16th day of September 2021. And I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Mueller. Previous roll by Van Dyne. Seconded by Mustis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have Minority Leader Mike Frizzalone, who will lead us in the proclamation recognizing the first Wednesday of October as Energy Efficiency Day.
Whereas energy efficiency continues to be the cheapest, quickest, and cleanest way to meet our energy needs and reduce utility bills for residential, business, and industrial customers in our community, and whereas energy efficiency can also make our homes and workspaces healthier, safer, and more comfortable, and whereas implementing energy efficient and other clean energy policies and programs can help boost economic opportunities and job creation while continuing to move toward a sustainable future. And whereas elected officials and staff have worked together to innovate Will County's approach to energy efficiency and renewable energy, and whereas the county has continued to focus on reducing its energy uses as part of the U.S. Department of Energy's Better Building Challenge since 2009, and whereas the Will County 2021 Energy and Conservation Plan update renews the county's commitment to implementing energy efficiency measures in its buildings and supporting residents and businesses in their own energy efficient pursuits. And whereas a nationwide network of energy efficiency groups and partners has designated the first Wednesday in October as National Annual Energy Efficiency Day, and whereas together the residents of Will County can continue to contribute to our sustainable efforts by learning more about energy efficiency and practicing smarter energy use in their daily lives. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Will County Board and Will County Executive hereby proclaim the first Wednesday of October 2021 as Energy Efficiency Day. Be it further resolved that the Will County Board and Will County Executive urge citizens, agencies, and other organizations to recommit to strengthening our energy security and to using our energy resources responsibly to continue on a path toward energy independence. Dated the 16th day of September 2021, signed by Executive Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant and attested to by our County Clerk Lauren Staley Ferry, and I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Frizzalone, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call.
Previous roll,
Cowan?
Freeman.
Seconded by Freeman. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. At this time, I invite if any public here to address any of today's agenda items. Any public comment? All right, thank you. Okay, all resolutions and ordinances for the August 19th, 2021 board meeting have been signed and returned. And this time we'll move on to new business. This time we will have my presentation of the reapportionment map. So good morning, County Board members. Speaker Cowan, thank you for including me on your agenda today to present the reapportionment map. First, I need to thank Greg Johnson for the countless hours he has put into this project, as well as the GIS staff and the executive staff. The timeline for the review of this plan meets the legal requirements outlined in the amended state statute. As required by statute, this plan will also be presented during at least one public hearing to receive comments from the public. In the interest of time and to ensure a comprehensive set of feedback, I ask the board members to reflect on today's presentation and bring back questions, concerns regarding the proposal to myself or staff following today's presentation. Members will be sent a link of the map so you can take a deeper dive, and it will also be on our webpage for the public to view. Questions and comments can be addressed prior to the public hearing or at the public hearing. This plan is a result of conversations and comments from public officials, members of the general public, and feedback made during county board committee hearings. Ensuring a collaborative process was critical to gaining a full picture of how our communities could be best represented by our proposed plan. This map is also a reflection of the changing population trends of our growing county as outlined in the finalized census data. As you'll see, my plan proposes a reduced number of board districts. This reduction will achieve cost savings for the county, saving taxpayers dollars by creating a leaner, more efficient county board. The plan is organized to accomplish the following principles: to be consistent with the United States Constitution, to be consistent with the Federal Voting Rights Act where applicable, to be compact and contiguous as required by the Illinois Constitution, to be consistent with the Illinois Voting Rights Act of 2011 where applicable, and to take into account communities of interest. Every district contained in this plan is drawn to reflect a balance of the following: the preservation of communities of interest to the best of its ability, respect for municipal, townships, and other political subdivision boundaries, tracking of population migration, respect for geographic features and natural boundaries, and other redistricting principles recognized by state and federal court decisions. The proposed map includes 11 two-member districts containing a target population of 63,062 with a deviation of less than 1%. Municipalities are the most identifiable communities of interest and were given foremost priority, with secondary priority given to townships. Proud to say this map contains simple boundaries that keep municipalities together, allowing districts to accurately represent shared community interests. This is further accomplished by maintaining district populations of similar socioeconomic status, established neighborhoods, and shared public services. These are critical factors that guided the development of this proposed map. The following slides provide brief summary of the population breakdown of the county and proposed map. During the development, it was imperative that district boundaries aligned with our changing demographics and accurately reflected the diversity of our communities. It was also important to keep an eye to the future as Will County maintains its status as one of the fastest growing counties in Illinois. The map reflects in the key growth areas and ensures an equitable spread of future county residents across several districts. Based on the final census data, the total population of the county is 696,355 residents. The population maximum and minimum proposed districts is 63,694 and 62,458 respectively. The Hispanic population in the county has realized the largest growth with respect to total population, and the Asian population has realized the greatest growth as a percentage of population. I will now go through each of the districts briefly and give you an overview. Proposed County Board District 1 is located in northwest Will County. The area is currently represented by County Board Districts 4, 5, and 11. It is a population of 62,458 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.96%. The proposed district includes the entirety of the Will County portion of Aurora, 93% of the Will County portion of Naperville, and 3% of unincorporated Will County. It also includes 61% of Wheatland Township and 9% of DuPage. It includes essential county transportation arteries, including Route 59, which runs north-south through the center of the district, and Route 30, which serves the southwest border of the district. The district has realized large growth in residential development during the past decade. Proposed District 1 includes the largest and fastest growing Asian population in Will County. 57% of the population is Caucasian, 27% of the population is Asian, 7% is Hispanic, and 5% is African American. Proposed County Board District 2 is located in northeast Will County. The proposed district includes areas currently represented by County Board Districts 3, 4, and 11. It has a population of 62,685 and therefore achieves ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.60%. The proposed district includes 86% of Bolingbrook, which makes up 99% of the total population of the district, 100% of both Lamont, Woodridge, and under 1% of unincorporated Will County. It includes 71% of DuPage Township and 1% of Wheatland. The district includes areas of the county that have experienced significant residential and commercial growth over the past 10 years, with more than 25% of the county's population growth occurring in this area. Proposed District 2 is a majority-minority district. 34% of the population is Caucasian, 29% Hispanic, 20% is African American, and nearly 12% Asian. Proposed County Board District 13 is located in central and northwest Will County. This area is currently represented by County Board Districts 3, 5, 10, 11, and 13. It has a population of 62,827 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.37. It is primarily composed of Plainfield residents, including the entirety of the Will County portion of Plainfield and 7% of unincorporated Will County. It also includes 44% of Plainfield Township and 30% of Wheatland Township. Plainfield serves as the geographic center of this district. The area has experienced significant population increase with the development of both single and multifamily homes. Route 59 corridor within this area has also attracted growth in commercial development. Additionally, Route 30 runs through the middle of the proposed district. Proposed District 3 is 68% Caucasian, 13% Hispanic, 9% Asian, and 6% African American. Proposed County Board District 4 is located in northwestern Will County. The proposed district includes areas currently represented by County Board Districts 3, 4, 5, 7, and 13. It has a population of 62,555 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.8%. This district is primarily composed of Romeoville residents. It includes the entirety of Romeoville, 14% of the Will County portion of Bolingbrook, and 12% of unincorporated Will County. The district includes 41% of Lockport Township, 20% of DuPage Township, and 17% of Plainfield Township. The village of Romeoville serves as the heart of this district, along with southwestern Bolingbrook. The district has realized major commercial growth and expanded intermodal facilities during the past decade. The key proximity to Interstate 55 and Interstate 355 makes the area a premier national international hub, logistics hub. Weber Road and Route 53 serve as the primary commercial corridors to the district. Proposed District 4 is a majority-minority district with a population of 46% Caucasian, 28% Hispanic, 13% African American, and 9% Asian. Proposed County Board District 5 is located in northeastern Will County. This area is currently represented by County Board Districts 5, 7, and 12. It has a population of 63,596 and therefore achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.85%. The proposed district includes the entirety of Homer Glen and portions of Okina, New Lenox, and Frankfort, with most of the district lying within those municipal boundaries. This district includes a majority of Frankfort and Homer townships and less than 10% of New Lenox Township. It includes communities with a high rate of owner-occupied single-family homes. It contains similar housing stock and has experienced an increase in median housing prices during the past decade. District 7, Proposed County Board District 6 is located in southeastern Will County. This district includes areas currently represented by County Board Districts 2, 6, 7, and 9. It has a population of 63,504 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of 0.70%. The proposed district includes nearly all of the southern portion of New Lenox, as well as the communities of Manhattan, Peatone, and Beecher, with unincorporated Will County making up less than 18% of the total population. The proposed district includes portions of the townships of Frankfort, Green Garden, Manhattan, New Lenox, Peatone, Washington, and Will. This district contains predominantly well-established working-class neighborhoods, with most families in the district residing in single-family homes. A portion of the proposed district is rural farmland. It also includes the award-winning Silver Cross Hospital. The population of the proposed District 6 is 86% Caucasian, nearly 8% Hispanic, and 3% Asian. Proposed County Board District 7 is located in eastern Will County. The proposed district includes areas currently represented by County Board Districts 1, 2, and 12. It has a population of 63,270 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of 0.33%. The proposed district's population is primarily composed of the village of Frankfort, includes the entirety of the Will County portions of Crete, Frankfort, Moni, Park Forest, Stager, University Park, and 13% of unincorporated Will County. The district includes the entirety of Crete Township and Moni Township, as well as 48% of Green Garden Township and 37% of Frankfort Township. The communities in proposed District 7 share similar housing stock, with majority of families in this district residing in single-family homes. These communities contain well-established neighborhoods. The area experiences high level of regional connectivity with highways running through the east, west, and center of the district. The proposed district contains the highest African American population in the county. 57% of the population is Caucasian, 29% of the population is African American, and 9% of the population is Hispanic. Proposed County Board District 8 is located in southwestern Will County. The area is currently represented by County Boards 6, 8, and 10. It has a population of 63,694 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of 1%. The proposed district includes the entirety of Will County portions of Braidwood, Shanahan, Elwood, Minooka, Shorewood, Simmerton, and Wilmington, along with 7% of the Joliet population. The village of Shorewood serves as the largest population base. The proposed district includes the entirety of the townships of Shanahan, Custer, Florence, Jackson, Reed, Wesley, and Wilmington, along with 65% of Troy Township. The Kankakee and Des Plaines rivers run the length of the southern and northern portions of the district, serving as major arteries for tourism, recreation, and transportation. Illinois Route 53 and Interstate 55 run through the proposed district, with Interstate 80 serving as a portion of the northern border. Proposed District 8 includes a growing business sector, with agriculture interconnecting with transportation, logistics, and energy distribution to create a hub of business growth. This district includes a population of approximately 80% Caucasian, 11% Hispanic, and 4% African American. Proposed County Board District 9 is located in north central Will County. This district includes areas currently represented by County Boards District 3, 7, 9, 12, and 13. It is a population of 62,837 and achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of negative 0.36%. The proposed district includes the entirety of both Lockport and Crest Hill. It includes 39% of Homer Township, 56% of Lockport Township, and 12% of New Lenox Township, with Lockport Township serving as the population base. This district is located at an intersection of regional and local highways, with Route 7 and 171 meeting at the center. Also at its center are the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal and the historic I&M Canal. This district contains diverse residential properties with single-family and large multifamily homes. Proposed District 9 includes a population of 71% Caucasian, 16% Hispanic, and 6% African American. Proposed County Board District 10 is located at the south side of Joliet and includes areas currently represented by County Board Districts 6, 8, 9, and 10. It has a population of 63,326 and therefore achieves the ideal equal population target with a deviation of 0.42%. The proposed district contains the entirety of the village of Rockdale, 34% of the city of Joliet, and 14% of unincorporated Will County, with the city of Joliet serving as the largest population base. The district also contains 66% of Joliet Township and 10% of Troy Township. The map unifies the Rockdale community from bordering Joliet with shared common interests and are divided with the current county board within the current county board member map. This area serves as a significant transportation center for Will County. It contains a thriving railroad industry, and the transportation needs of the surrounding communities are served by Amtrak and Metro rail lines from the Joliet Transportation Center. Interstate 80 and Route 40 run east-west through the entirety of the proposed district, and Route 53 runs north-south. It serves as a significant center of Will County government services. Proposed District 10 is a majority-minority district and contains the largest Hispanic population in the county. The proposed district population is 48% Hispanic, 25% African American, and 23% Caucasian. Finally, proposed County Board District 11 is located in west central Will County. This district includes areas currently represented by County Boards 8, 9, 10, and 13. It has a population of 62,928 and therefore achieves the ideal population target with a deviation of negative 0.21%. The proposed district includes 45% of the city of Joliet and 2% of unincorporated Will County. It also includes 32% of Joliet Township, 29% of Plainfield Township, and 23% of Troy Township. The proposed district includes similar housing stocks of single-family residential established neighborhoods. Route 7 and Route 42 run through the proposed district. Communities are served by Amtrak and Metro rail lines from the Joliet Transportation Center and the PACE bus system that includes many routes along main thoroughfares in the district. Proposed District 11 includes a population of 53% Caucasian, 30% Hispanic, and 12% African American. In closing, as you can tell, and I'm sure Chairman Markham and Gould can attest to this, creating a map is not an easy task. However, I believe this map, to the best of our ability, best reflects our diverse communities while achieving cost savings through a leaner, more efficient structure. This plan aligns with the current population trends, keep community of interest intact, and prepares future county boards for the continued growth of this county. With that, I want to remind everyone that a link will be provided to board members after the meeting in order to review the map carefully. I am open for feedback between now and the public hearing. I believe it is going to be scheduled sometime in early October, and so I ask that you reserve comments till the public hearing. Thank you, Speaker. At that, we will move on to Land Use and Development Committee. Chairman Markham.
Good morning, Madam Executive, and good morning, everybody. I'd like to begin by making a motion to open the public hearing for all land use cases. So I so move.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Markham, seconded by Freeman. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Frizzalone. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist.
Yes.
Ogala. Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook.
Yes.
Mustis. Yes. Mustis, yes. Mitchell.
Yes.
Tyson.
Tyson, yes. Madam Clerk, I want to add one thing. On the previous roll, I got on the call late. So on the previous roll, I was on the call. So I want to add affirmative to the last previous roll you did.
Okay, thank you. Harris.
Yes.
Trainer.
Yes.
Fritz.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Van Dyne. Yes. Van Dyne, yes. Balich.
Yes.
Brooks. Yes. Brooks, yes. Winfrey. Winfrey, yes. Parker.
Yes.
Ventura.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Markham.
Yes.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel. Yes. Weigel, yes. Freeman.
Yes.
Hurlitis.
Yes.
Cowan. Yes. Cowan, yes.
We are now in public hearing. Please be advised, absolutely no new evidence or information will be allowed once this land use public hearing is closed. We have public comments at this time. Nope. All right. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing? Motion by Mueller, second by Ogala. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone. Yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist.
Yes.
Ogala. Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook. Mustis. Mustis, yes. Mitchell.
Yes.
Tyson.
Tyson, yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
Fritz.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Van Dyne. Van Dyne, yes. Balich.
Yes.
Brooks. Brooks, yes. Winfrey. Winfrey, yes. Parker.
Yes.
Ventura.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Markham.
Yes.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel. Weigel, yes. Freeman.
Yes.
Curlitis.
Yes.
Cowan. Cowan, yes.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed. Chairman Markham?
All righty. First up, we have zoning case ZC-21-048, which is a request for a zoning map amendment from A2 to C4. This takes place in New Lenox Township at 14124 West Maple Road, Mokina, Illinois, County Board District number 7. This was the one that we postponed last month, so I will make a motion to approve the zoning map amendment.
Second, Pretzel.
Motion by Markham, seconded by Pretzel. Any discussion? Is there a motion for a previous roll call? Previous roll call by Weigel. Second Brooks. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next up, we have number 2, which is zoning case ZC-21-047. This is a request for a special use permit for light equipment sales and rentals. This takes place in Wheatland Township, commonly known as 23824 West Andrew Road, Plainfield, Illinois, County Board District number 13. PZC voted 4-0 to approve, and Land Use and Development voted 6-0 to approve. And I make a motion to approve the special use permit.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Markham, seconded by Freeman.
Previous roll, Fritz.
Previous roll call by Mueller, seconded by Fritz. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Trying to go in slow motion today, guys, in case there's any discussion.
All righty, next up, we have our resolutions. So first up is 21-232. This is was a clerical error adding it. This is an ongoing discussion, so I make the motion. I will move that we remove this from the agenda.
Motion by Markham to remove this from the agenda. Second O'Gala.
Previous roll, Ventura.
Previous roll call by Ventura,
Raymond.
seconded by Cowan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All righty, next up, we have 21-296. This is overturning the decision of Planning and Zoning Commission and approving appeal 21-004. This is takes place in Lockport Township, commonly known as 14357 High Road, Lockport, Illinois, County Board District number 7. This is it was a variance request for accessory building size. So I will make the motion to approve the appeal.
Motion by Markham, seconded by Van Dyne. We will need a roll call vote on this. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
We have discussion first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, well, we did receive several letters from the nearby neighbors approving this. I'm not sure if everyone else received a letter. I asked Beth this morning about it, but it came from Ellen, who's one of their neighbors, and they're working with their other residents and neighbors on High Road. The letter pointed out some of the things that the planning and zoning had reviewed in their criteria. So the first was that no variance may be approved unless the P&Z Commission makes both of the following findings. A, that the plight of the owner is due to unique circumstances, and B, that the variance is granted will not alter the essential character of the locality. The staff at Planning and Zoning had found that the plight of the owner is, quote, not due to unique circumstances. The applicant is able to construct up to a 9.
I'll sign off. Sorry.
Jackie, can you mute? Jackie, can you mute? Thank you. Construct to a 911 square foot accessory building right with the existing accessory building area of 889 square feet, or can remove the existing accessory building up to 769 square feet to build the proposed 1680 square foot building. It is the applicant's preference to keep the existing accessory building and request a variance for 2,569 square feet. And B, they said staff finds that the variance, if granted, may alter the essential character of the locality. This letter then goes on to kind of point that out, that many of the houses obviously don't have these pole barns in the front. I understand that there's a septic sewer there, or a septic tank there in the front, which is why, or in the back, which is why he's asking for this to be moved. You know, it goes on to talk about the height of it, much higher than other buildings. They said that they had 16 emails or attendees objecting to the pole barn, but none of that has been included in this email. I think some of it was included in the initial packet. I was really hoping that both sides would have been here today to discuss this, but it does seem like it is impacting people in the area. And then to the point of the law, though, you know, if they're saying that the plight of the owner is due to unique circumstances, and there isn't necessarily a unique circumstance, I'm interested to hear from other county board members why they feel this is a unique circumstance, or why this variance does not actually change the essential character of the locality, which P&Z seem to think it did. Thanks.
Thank you. We're going to have County Board Member Weigel, then County Board Member Trenier.
By there on Monday to look at the property, and where he wants to put the building is right next to a garage next door, which is out on the street, right on the edge of the right-of-way. And there are several other garages just within the next block, which are sitting out on the right-of-way. So they're out close to the street where this person wants to put his building. So I don't believe it's going to change the character of the neighborhood. So I'd be in favor of allowing this. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Trenier and County Board Member Fritsch will call on you after Jackie's done.
Yes, thanks. I actually drove by the property yesterday, and I too received some calls and documents. In fact, I received a letter this morning or last night, and I think the staff shared it with us this morning, of support from the neighbor that would be immediately next to this proposed building. I drove up and down the street. I looked at several pieces of property. I mean, there are many that have garages or buildings up close to the road. In fact, within a mile of there is basically an industrial area, because you're looking at all of the refinery equipment that's on the street. So the neighborhood definitely is a huge mixed use. I am in support of this owner getting to do what he wants to do with his property. The issue is the size. It's a couple hundred feet different. If he tore down his other building, he would be within our code. So I don't want to ask anybody to tear down something they've already built that they're using. And like I said, the neighbor directly next to where the pole building would be built was in favor of it. So I'm going to be in support of this resident's request. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Fritz.
Thank you. I just want to point out that, you know, a lot of the objectors and county board members that we've heard speak so far seem to be hung up on the fact that he wants to build this in the front. And the land use department was very forthcoming, very adamant that there's nothing in the ordinance that prohibits it from being built in the front. So we're not really even allowed to consider that part of the proposal or of the ask of his plan. That is completely irrelevant. We're only voting on the size. So it's only the size variance that is up for a vote, that is up for conjecture. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Mustis.
Yeah, I was going to basically say something similar. He can build it. It's the garage. It's the oversized portion. Let me also say that, planning and zoning, I don't know how many of you attend those meetings, but there's quite a bit of discussion. There is a lot of testimony given, and I believe the Planning and Zoning Commission takes everything into consideration. I will reluctant, as a course, just to overturn the Planning and Zoning Commission, because they probably spend more time on this than the county board does. I do not favor overturning the Planning and Zoning Commission's ruling. I will be a no vote on this. And if he wants to build a garage, then he can build a garage within the square footage that he's allowed. And so I'll be a no. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Berkowitz.
Got to unmute. Thank you. Thank you, County Executive. I appreciate it. Reading some of the correspondence that was attached, can the staff clarify the impact of the height of the structure? Because that was the one thing that I'm not certain about. It seemed to indicate in some of these letters that they had an objection to the height of the structure, and that would impact their vision, the vision from their property, the height of this particular structure, that it was too high and would create change the character of the neighborhood. So can you comment on that and clarify that?
Good morning, Board Member Berkowitz. This is Brian Radner from the Land Use Department. The accessory structure building height is regulated by the zoning code, and it's limited to 25 feet in height.
And what they're proposing falls within that limitation? Is that correct?
It would have to be that height or less. It couldn't be any higher.
Okay. And what is your perspective from that? Because it's hard. I mean, you look and you try to visualize the existing structure that they have, the garage they have currently. Is that the same height? Will that new structure be the same height? Or is it going to be taller? It just seemed that some of the responses from the neighbors just seemed to indicate that this was going to be much larger and much taller.
I can address that.
Thank you, Margaret.
I'm Marguerite Kenny with Land Use as well. When I perform my site visit, the subject property is actually their property slopes upward from High Road. So there is a slight elevation change from their driveway entrance from High Road onto the property. So if you're standing on High Road, the structure will appear to be higher than what 25 feet may be. But if you're actually on the property where we measure the height of the building is from the finished grade, it would be 25 feet.
And so it would be about the same as their existing storage or garage, correct?
I do believe so. Their existing detached garage is under the 25-foot limit. And then their attached garage, since it's attached to the house, may be closer to the 25 feet in height.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your response.
No other hands up. So we had a motion by Markham, seconded by Van Dyne. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone. No. Frizzalone, no. Newquist.
Yes.
Ogalla. No. Ogalla, no. Cook.
Yes.
Mustis. Mustis, no. Mitchell.
Yes.
Tyson.
Back to me.
Yes, Tyson.
Come back to me.
Oh. Harris.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
Fritz.
Yes.
Gould.
No.
Van Dyne. Van Dyne, yes. Balich.
Yes.
Brooks. Brooks, yes. Winfrey. Winfrey, yes. Parker.
Yes.
Ventura.
No.
Coleman.
No.
Markham.
Yes.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes.
Weigel. Weigel, yes. Freeman.
I'm going to be a no.
Crolitis.
No.
Cowan. Cowan, yes. And Board Member Tyson.
Member Tyson, yes.
18. 18, yes. 18, 8.
With 18 affirmative, with this, this motion needing 3/4 vote of the board, this motion fails.
Alrighty, with that, next up, we have number 3, which is 21-297. This is a request for refund of fees, 21-001. What happened here was the owner of the plumbing business applied for a permit online and paid for it, and he didn't need it because all the work was outside the scope of it, so it was in error and staff did no work, so I would make the motion to approve the refund.
Motion by Markham, seconded by Winfrey. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone. Yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist.
Yes.
O'Gala. Cook.
Yes.
Mustis. Mustis, yes. Mitchell.
Yes.
Tyson.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
Fritz.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Van Dyne. Van Dyne, yes. Balich.
Yes.
Brooks. Brooks, yes. Winfrey. Winfrey, yes. Parker.
Yes.
Ventura.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Markham.
Yes.
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes. Yes.
Weigel. Weigel, yes. Freeman.
Yes.
Crolitis.
Yes.
Cowan. Cowan, yes.
With 25 in favor, the motion carries.
Alrighty, that concludes land use and development for today. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 12th at 10:30.
Thank you. Chairman Harris with Finance Committee.
Good morning, County Executive, fellow board members and all in attendance. The first item on my agenda is the monthly financial report to be placed on file. Let me see what it said. We have a report from the Illinois Department of Revenue showing sales tax remitted to Will County for the month of June 2021 to be $2,519,285.53. The RTA tax received is $2,999,467.13 for a total of $5,518,752.66. The next report is from the Will County. It's a Will County monthly treasury report dated July 31st, 2021 from the Will County Treasurer Tim Brophy. I so move.
We have a motion by
Second,
Harris,
Freeman.
seconded by Freeman.
Judy.
Before we do, Judy, would you like to be added? We're going to do previous roll call. Would you like us to add yourself? Okay.
Thank you.
Is there a previous roll call motion? Previous Mueller, seconded by Weigel. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is the monthly summary of sales tax and cannabis tax collection. This is from the, to the Will County Finance Committee. It's from the Will County Executive Office Finance Department. This is information for the board members in the Finance Committee that shows the various sales tax. So you get a chance, you have not looked at it, look at that. It can help you out and get a better understanding of the sales tax numbers. Okay. I have 11 resolutions to bring forward. The first one is 21298. This is appropriate, restore, reinvest, and renew the R3 planning grant. I so move.
Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call. Mustis, seconded by Winfrey. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is 21-299. This is appropriate, renew, restore, reinvest, and renew R3 direct support grant. I so move.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Freeman. Previous roll call by Ogala, seconded by Mueller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is 21-300. This is an internal budget transfer to the COVID support budget regarding the vaccine clinic with FEMA reimbursement for fire police. I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Any discussion?
Previous roll, Freeman.
Previous roll call by Freeman, seconded by Mueller. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Remaining resolution, they all deal with abating taxes on our various bond issues. This is standard annual procedures that must be followed. And the first one is 21-301. This is abating the tax heretofore levied in the tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $57,380,000 of outstanding principal amount, general obligation, transportation improvement bond. I so move.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ogala.
Previous roll,
Any
Ventura. Sorry.
Previous roll call by Ventura, seconded by Cowan. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is 21-302. This is abating the taxes heretofore levied in the tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $4,435,000 outstanding principal amount of general obligation refunding bond, series 2012. I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Harris, second by Ventura.
Previous
roll
roll,
call.
Freeman.
Previous roll call by Freeman, seconded by Frizzalone. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is 21-303. This abating taxes heretofore levied in the tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $5,480,000 outstanding principal amount of general obligation refunding bond, series 2014. I so move.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Freeman. Previous roll call by Mueller, seconded by
Second,
Winfrey. All in favor? Sorry. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next was 21-304. This is abating the taxes heretofore levied in tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $12,665,000 of outstanding principal amount of general obligation refunding bond, series 2015A. I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call by Brooks, seconded by Ogala. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next was 21-305. This is abating the taxes heretofore levied in tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $34,720,000 of outstanding principal amount of general obligation building will bond, series 2016. I so move.
Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call by Van Dyne, seconded by Frisellone. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is 21-306. This is abating the taxes heretofore levied in tax year 2021 for the year 2022 to pay debt service on $60,485,000 of outstanding principal amount of general obligation building wheel bonds, series 2019. I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call by Weigel, seconded by Winfrey. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next one is 21-307. This is abating the taxes heretofore levied in tax year 2021 for the tax year 2022 to pay debt service on $170,800,000 of outstanding principal amount of general obligation building wheel bonds, series 2020. I so move.
Second, Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call by Ogala, seconded by Mueller. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
The last and final resolution is 21-308. This abating the taxes heretofore levied in tax year 2021 for the year 2022 to pay debt service on $39,245,000 of outstanding principal amount of general obligation building wheel bonds, series 2021. I so move.
Ventura.
Motion by Harris, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call by Brooks, seconded by Weigel. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
That concludes my report. The next Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for October 5th, 2021 at 11 a.m. And there will also be a special Finance Committee meeting that is scheduled for October 12th at 12 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to Public Works and Transportation. Chairman Van Dyne.
Thank you, Madam Executive, and good morning to everyone at our meeting this morning. We have 4 resolutions to consider, starting with number 1, 21-309, granting county aid in construction of a bridge over Fort Creek on Shear Road as petitioned by Green Garden Road District, County Board District 2, and I will make the motion.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Van Dyne, seconded by Eustace. Is a previous roll call?
Previous roll, Newquist.
Previous roll
Second.
call. by
And Tyson.
Seconded by
Tyson.
Tyson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-310, authorizing an IGA between the Village of University Park and the County of Will for placement of license plate reading cameras located on county highways in the County of Will, and I so move.
Motion by Van Dyne, seconded by Mueller. Is there any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead, County Board Member Ventura.
Yes, I have voted no in the past on these and plan to continue to do so. I think the continued surveillance of our residents is an overreach of our government, and I understand that they say they're only going to be pulling certain plates as needed for law enforcement, but I feel that we pay law enforcement to do their job, not to surveillance everyone. We sacrifice our freedoms when we have this level of security, and I'm not comfortable with it. I will be voting no. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the, I'm sorry, County Board Member Ballage.
Yes, I agree with Rachel. I don't like the idea of government having any more control over us. Every time I turn around, I see another big government thing coming down my back, and I don't trust the big government anymore. I'm sick and tired of what's happening, and that just gives them one more thing to attack or come after the regular people that live here and have to endure what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frisellone. Yes. Frisellone, yes. Newquist.
Yes.
Ogala. Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook.
Yes.
Mustis. Yes. Mustis, yes. Mitchell.
No.
Tyson.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Trainier,
Yes.
Fritz,
No.
Gould,
Yes.
Van Dyne,
Yes.
Van Dyne, yes. Balich,
No.
Brooks? Yes. Brooks, yes. Winfrey? Yes. Winfrey, yes. Parker? Parker? Okay. Ventura?
Sorry,
Parker, yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you.
Gotcha.
Ventura was a no.
Ventura, no. Coleman?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
Berkowitz?
Yes.
Pretzel?
Yes.
Weigel? Yes. Weigel, yes. Freeman?
Yes.
Carlitis?
No.
Cowan? Cowan, no. With 20 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries.
All right, thank you. Resolution 21-311, authorizing an IGA between the city of Wilmington and the county of Will for placement of license plate reading cameras located on county highways in the county of Will, and I'll make the motion.
Motion by Van Dyne, seconded by Ogala.
Previous roll.
Previous
Gould.
roll.
Previous roll call by Gould, seconded by Cowan.
Ventura.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And lastly, 21-312, authorizing approval of supplemental professional services agreement for design engineering with Globetrotters for roadway work on Laraway County Highway 74 at Cedar Road, County Highway 4, County Board District 12, and I so move.
Motion by Van Dyne, seconded by Weigel. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller? Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone? Yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist?
Yes.
Ogala? Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook?
Yes.
Mustis? Yes. Mustis, yes. Mitchell?
Yes.
Tyson?
Tyson, yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Trainier?
Yes.
Fritz?
Yes.
Gould?
Yes.
Van Dyne?
Yes.
Van Dyne, yes. Balich?
Yes.
Brooks? Yes. Brooks, yes. Winfrey? Yes. Winfrey, yes. Parker?
Yes.
Ventura?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
Berkowitz?
Yes.
Pretzel?
Yes.
Weigel? Yes. Weigel, yes. Freeman?
Yes.
Carlitis?
Yes.
Cowan? Yes. Cowan, yes.
26 affirmative, the motion carries.
And our next Public Works and Transportation meeting is scheduled for October 5th, 2021 at 9 a.m., and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Moving on to Diversity Inclusion Committee. Chairwoman
Thank-
Tyson.
Thank you, County Exec. Good morning, everyone. The next Diversity and Inclusion Committee meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, October the 6th at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairwoman Ventura, Public Health and Safety.
Yes, we have nothing to bring forward today. Our next Public Health and Safety meeting will be October 6, 2021 at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Hold on one second.
To the chairman,
Of the
Public Health.
Ventura, yes.
Yeah, Chairwoman Ventura, if it's possible, and it doesn't have to be at the next meeting, but in the near future, I'd like to see us do a study on what the cost to the county is per resident at Sunny Hill and how we compare to the top-notch private nursing homes out there. We've done this in the past, and, you know, if we get to the point where we're double what a top-notch facility is, maybe we have to look at some other options. But it'd be good to know where we stand. I think we did this maybe four or 5 years ago. Thank you.
I can ask staff about that. Thank you very much. And I would like to point out too, I'm not sure if someone else is going to point it out, but we were able to get more than, I believe, 85% of our ERA money out to the county, and we were highlighted, and NACO will be doing a presentation. Perhaps Denise would like to talk about that, so she will be a panel member. I'll get that to you, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you. Chairwoman Winfrey, Legislative and Judicial Committee.
Thank you, Madam Executive. Good morning, board members.
Excuse me, can I ask, I had my hand raised. Jennifer, I think it might be my audio, but I thought Rachel said that the next meeting is at 10, but I have it on my calendar for 11 a.m. on October 6th. Is it 11?
Yes, no, it is 11. I was looking at my old calendar. We had switched those times between diversity.
Okay, just want to make sure. Thank you. I don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Thank you. County Woman, or Committee, Chairwoman Winfrey.
Thank you again, Madam Executive. The Legislative Committee met and discussed the upcoming 2022 agendas, both federal and state, and will begin that work. We'll sit again on October 12th. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman Brooks, Capital Improvements.
Good morning, Madam Executive and ladies and gentlemen, County Board and audience. I have no resolution to bring forth on today. Our next meeting will be on October 5, and that is at 10 a.m. if Joe Van Dyne don't keep me too long. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Speaker Cowan, the Executive Committee.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Executive. Number 21-313, closing out of the CARES Act Fund, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Van Dyne. Any discussion? Previous roll call? Previous Brooks, seconded by Winfrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-314, adopting the revised Will countywide hazard mitigation plan, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Winfrey. Previous roll call by Weigel, seconded by Brooks. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-315, authorizing an agreement to the agreement with Journal Technologies, an amendment to the agreement with Journal Technologies for data migration for the eCourt administrative adjudication system, and I so move.
Second, Freeman.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Freeman. Previous roll call by Ogala, seconded by Van Dyne. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-316, authorizing the county executive to negotiate and execute a contract with Tulsa Inspection Resources for pipeline inspection services of the RNG pipeline construction from Prairie View landfill to MGT interconnect location, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Mueller. Previous roll call by Brooks, seconded by Frizzalone. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-317, declaring surplus and authorizing sale of real property acquired by condemnation, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Mueller. Previous roll call by Mustis, seconded by Ogala. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-318, authorizing change order for UKG and Fortium Partners for the payroll system, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Winfrey. Previous roll call by Mueller, seconded by Ogala. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-319, authorizing an expanded and enhanced training program for the UKG payroll system, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Brooks. Previous roll call by Frizzalone, seconded by Mueller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-320, authorizing contract renewal with Total Parking Solutions for multi-space parking terminals, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Van Dyne. Previous roll call by Winfrey, seconded by Brooks. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-321, authorizing renewal of service and maintenance contract with Total Parking Solutions for multi-space parking terminals. And I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Mueller. Previous roll call, Mustis, seconded by Ogala. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, just
Aye.
hold on, sorry. I get so excited. Sorry, County Board Member Mustis.
Madam Executive, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, is that, are our parking lots now totally automated? And the reason I'm asking is we used to have a number of attendants there. There's no longer the attendants at the parking lot. I'm just.
That is
Those
correct.
jobs eliminated?
We do not have attendants there. They're all automated.
Okay, so those jobs were eliminated then?
No, they were reassigned.
Well, the employee
were-
was reassigned.
The employees
but
were
but
reassigned, the
their
jobs
pa-
were, yeah.
Their past positions, the positions in the parking lot were eliminated, regardless of where they went.
Yes. The
Correct.
position is no longer there. The employees have been reassigned. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. County Board Member Berkowitz?
Thank you. I have a question on number 8 and actually number 9. Number 8, CMS. Can you tell us what that means on that invoice? And then on number 9 on the invoice, they have CWT. Can staff explain what that is?
While Mitch is moving to the podium, Jackie, do you have County Board Member Trenier, you have a question too?
I do, and it is regarding the parking lot, and I meant to bring this up in capital. So I'll bring it up now and I'll bring it up again in next month's capital. I was at the Capital Improvements Committee meeting where we supported the installation of electric vehicle charging stations in the parking lot. And that the infrastructure was supposed to be put in place going under Chicago Street because they were going to be doing all that work to open up Chicago Street. And I was there recently and I did not notice any electric vehicle charging stations. So I will bring that up again, but if somebody wants to elaborate on how come that didn't happen, I'd love to hear. Thank you.
County Board Member Trenier, we will make sure we get back to you with an answer. So County Board Berkowitz, Mitch went to get. Yeah.
Okay, and Jennifer, I'll share my additional questions too. I was assuming that this might have something to do with the electrical stations, but that's why I'm asking. I don't know. And I was wondering, what is the address of the parking lot? Are there multiple parking lots we're talking about? And then I do have a question regarding electric charging stations.
So County Board Member Berkowitz, let me say a couple things. One, we've already voted on that 21-320. So some of these answers we're going to have to get back to you. So it's already been, it's already been approved. But if you have specific questions that you need before you vote for the number 9, the 21-321, if you want to just hold on a minute, we are getting staff in here to help you. So we're going to just
I'll do that. And I did have my hand up before the vote occurred for number 8.
Yeah, please, if we don't recognize you, just please shout out a little bit. We are trying to manage in person and watching the hands too, and sometimes it comes a little difficult. So before, if we are moving too fast, please just do a little shout out because we want you to make sure that you have the information. While we're getting someone in here, County Board Member Mustis.
Madam Executive, I do think it might be a good idea for perhaps your office to give us a plan on electric charging stations As we all know, the executive has the responsibility of managing our facilities. And we do have a number of parking lots. Of course, one's for here in our administrative building, whether it's at the health department, other places. I do think it's time for us to come up with a charging station plan. And, I would ask you if you could consider doing that. And I see that the governor, I don't know if this relates to public entities, but I seen the governor announce that they're going to do a program where perhaps they would pay up to 85% of the cost for charging stations. So maybe a good opportunity for us to move forward with that at a subsidized cost. So I know I know like Eli Musk, he'll subsidize them too a little bit, or he'll do planning, but I think the governor's plan may be a little more in sync with us. So I think that's a way of everybody getting the electric station issue addressed. Thank you.
Thank you. So we
know
will,
what CWT is.
we'll work
You can
with the chair
Google
of Transportation to help get you that information.
Sure.
So working on a
And-
plan. And so Judy, real quick.
County
this-
Executive, one additional question I had is there a cost at these charging stations for people to charge their electric vehicle? We had a similar discussion at a forest preserve meeting, but I don't recall having that information shared with us during
Yes.
any county meetings.
All right, so County Board Member Berkowitz, a couple things. One, we will discuss the actual motion that we have out here. We're not going to be able to discuss things that we need further discussion. Those will take place in committee. But I do have Mr. Tack here who will tell you what CWT stands for. So is that what, yeah.
Of the automated parking lot equipment, CWT. The name of the vendor is Total Parking Solutions.
And do we have the address by chance of the?
Yes, the address of the parking lot, the surface parking lot, is 9 East Jefferson Street.
Okay, so we have a motion by Cowan, we have a seconded by Mueller. Is there any other, do you have any additional questions regarding this motion, County Board Member Berkowitz?
No, thank you, Dave. I appreciate the information.
Thank you. Okay. Previous roll call by Winfrey, seconded by Brooks. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries, and again, I hear the request for a further discussion on electric charging stations. Thank you. Speaker Cowan.
Sorry. 21-322, realigning the terms of the Oakwood Cemetery Association Board, and I so move.
Second. Van Dyne.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Van Dyne. Previous roll call by Mustis, seconded by Mueller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-323, replacement hire for Supervisor of Assessments Office, Mapping Clerk 2, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Winfrey. Previous roll call by Mueller, seconded by Brooks. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-324, replacement.
Excuse me, this is Jackie. Can somebody flip to the next screen? We're still on item 8. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that, County Board Member Trinier?
We're
The screen, okay, thank you, thank you.
21-324, replacement hire for County Executive Finance Department, accountants, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Mueller. Previous roll call by Brooks, seconded by Mustis. Is that a question? Or Mustis, seconded by Mustis. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And for 21-325, I just want to highlight this resolution was amended. The original request was also for an infrastructure technician, but that position was filled by an internal candidate. So 21-325, replacement hire for ICT department application programmer / analyst, and I so move.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Winfrey. Previous roll call by Van Dyne, seconded by Mueller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
21-326, replacement hires for Sunny Hill Nursing Home, and I so move.
Second,
Second,
Ventura.
Freeman.
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Ventura. Previous roll call.
Freeman.
Freeman, seconded by Mueller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And our next executive committee meeting is scheduled for October 7th, 2021 at 10 a.m. And let's see. I would like to make a motion. I'm sorry, I can never remember. Do I do these separately? No?
No?
Okay. Can I have a motion to accept the September 2021 appointments by the county executive?
Motion by Cowan, seconded by Frizzalone. Previous roll call by Mueller. Seconded by Ogala. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
At this point, we're going on to public comment relative to matters under the jurisdiction of the county. Are there any public comments? None that have been reported. Thank you very much. County board members, if you have any comments, please raise your hand at this time. I will look over those who have trekked here to the county board meeting. First, County Board Member Mustis.
Thank you, Madam Executive. You know, I do want to make comments about reapportionment and not necessarily address what was presented here from the county executive, even though I will probably make a comment on it. And that is that, a number of years ago, the state legislation was changed to say that the county executive presents a map and that map of the county executive would go to public hearing. In the last cycle was the first cycle we did that. Of course, we then collaborated. The county board decided to go with a different map than was presented by the county executive, and then, of course, there was collaboration after that. I want to point out that it's the county executive, the county board's responsibility to bring a map forward. It's ultimately the county board's decision, and I think it needs to be said because people in the public may not understand that what's going forward, what is being presented by the county executive is not necessarily the map that will go forward for consideration of the county board. Quick glance, and I have seen the map that was presented today. I do have some concerns. It breaks up townships in a fairly significant way. Even though it keeps the municipalities maybe together, those municipalities don't always have a community of interest, especially when they're 25, 30 miles apart. The other thing that I found striking is that this map will almost assure the elimination of 2 Republican county board members by putting them in by putting the incumbent county board members in the same district. Now, when I see that, I can't help but think there's a political component to that. It's not an accident, so you'll almost assure that they'll be eliminated not through a ballot box, but through reapportionment. So that certainly is a concern of mine. I think that the map that the county board has worked on for the last 3 months is a fair map. And I believe the map that was presented to us today is not fair. So I wanted to make those statements. I'll thoroughly look at the map that was presented today, but I want to request the county board members, don't abandon all the work we've done over 3 months on a map. So, and there will be discussions there's nothing that prohibits discussions at a public hearing on what the county board has also worked on. So I just wanted to make those comments, and I would rather have the county board, if you feel there needs to be tweak what you've worked on the last 3 months, then tweak the map that was presented today. So those are my comments. Thank you, Madam Executive, for your work, but unfortunately, I don't think it serves the public as well as the county board map that they've worked on. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. County Board Member Balich?
Yes, I have a question and a kind of like a comment too. About 2 years ago, when we started the IT program where we would be able to access all the different types of bills and spending and revenue as a county board member of the new IT program. And I asked, when are we going to get that? Because I haven't heard anything about us getting it. And I know all the licenses for all the county board members were purchased. And I'm real concerned because, I'm not a mathematician for budgets, but I'm not stupid either. And the way that we're spending money, we hire new people for $100,000 pay all the time. We're going to have a bunch of raises coming up. We're going to be spending a lot of money. We're talking about Silver Cross. We keep spending money and the revenue's not coming in. So my question was at caucus, how long before we go bust where we have to have tax anticipation bonds? I mean, it's going to come if we keep operating the way we are. And it's not a bad reflection on anybody. It's just the way business is going in my mind, that I'm afraid we're going to be a bankrupt county in 3 years, 5 years. I want to know how many years we got left before we're in the red. And nobody seems to want to give me that answer. I ask in committee, I ask at our caucus, and I think it's real important for all of us on the county board to realize that if we're going to keep going down the road we're going, how long before we don't have any money? Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Fritz.
Thank you, County Executive. So this week I had occasion to sit in on the legislative committee meeting, which I am not on that committee, so I do not usually attend. And I heard something that disturbed me very greatly. There were at least 3 members of the minority party who expressed a viewpoint about one issue or another. And it actually is completely irrelevant what the issue was. And subsequently, they were chastised by one or two other committee members or members of the majority party about spreading misinformation or disinformation. And I find that to be, I find it very disturbing from a constitutional point of view, and I also find it maddening from a personal point of view. We still have the First Amendment, and the Constitution was designed to protect the minority in any situation, so that their rights would not be completely trampled by whatever the majority is on a certain subject. The First Amendment protects our right to free speech, and expressing a dissenting opinion is not the same thing as spreading misinformation or trying to promulgate lies or anything like that. So I would warn the majority party to check themselves when it comes to issues of the First Amendment and their own opinions. You're entitled to your opinion, and we're entitled to ours. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Ventura.
Yes, I just wanted to give more information because this is an exciting thing. I want to highlight two individuals when it comes to the ERA money. So Will County, we sent out a press release, two of them actually earlier this month. Will County leads in the national panel for the ERA tomorrow on September 17th. NACO will be presenting a panel, and our own first Vice President, Denise Winfrey, will be on there. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll be in the afternoon, I believe at 3 o'clock. Martha Soka, who works for our land use, has been very diligent and proactive in keeping people in their homes, working with other agencies, as well as working within the Will County land use to make sure that people can get their money. And then, of course, working with our state, the Illinois Department of Public Housing. This included coming to our county and asking for money for advertising and outreach. And I think that these are some of the things that have led to success. So I really want to highlight the work that Martha has been doing. The White House also highlighted our county earlier this month for the same thing. There was 10 counties that they talked about that have more than 75% of the ERA money. But I just wanted to give a shout out. I think that this is a great thing that we've done to keep people in their homes, to help stabilize our economy. And we are still taking housing and preventing homelessness very seriously. We are continuing those discussions on the Public Health and Safety Committee. So please join us if you have any concerns about that, but we will continue doing the hard work. Thank you very much, and have a great end of your September.
Thank you. County Board Member Van Dyne.
Thank you, Madam Executive. I've said this before, and I do respect Jim Eustace's point and his opinion on the map that was presented by the county board and the reapportionment committee. But I'm a little confused on how anyone can comment on your map that you just presented less than an hour ago. So I would encourage everyone to at least give it a chance and take a look at it before commenting. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Berkowitz.
Thank you, County Executive. I've got some comments about our committee meeting, the legislative and judicial meeting on Tuesday. It's unfortunate that the Democrat leadership released a negative response to the discussion that occurred at that meeting on Tuesday. Committee members did not create any danger to the public with the questions that we asked. I request that all of the commissioners give the public credit that they can make their own decisions and they can interpret the conversation that we have on those committees. Speaker Cowan and Commissioner Ventura commented that our questions created fear-mongering and were political talking points. What I did during that meeting was I asked for clarity and information regarding county policy on vaccines for county employees. That's simply what I did. In a Democrat caucus press release, Speaker Cowan incorrectly stated that Republican commissioners said that county employees would be fired if they were not vaccinated. The truth is that several commissioners, including myself, brought forward questions about county policy on vaccines in an attempt to discuss concerns that we are hearing within the community. Board members should be able to discuss concerns and ask questions in public forum during committee meetings. That's what the committee unit is supposed to do. There's no time limit in a meeting that I'm aware of, and committee chairs and members should be prepared to spend the time it takes to address county matters in a fair and objective manner. Frequently, discussions or comments are abruptly ended and commissioners are told to email your questions to the appropriate county staff. We would all serve our constituents well by refraining from emotional outbursts and attack messaging towards other commissioners. Our job is to ask questions, understand the issues, and we should expect that these questions are answered in a prompt and appropriate fashion. I, myself, will continue to serve all of Will County in the best of my abilities that I possibly can, and I continue to look forward to working with other county members. Thank you.
Thank you. County Board Member Gould.
Morning. Earlier in the meeting, we had abated some taxes for various bonds. I think it would be helpful if your office or the finance department, county executive could provide members with a list of the amount of principal remaining on each bond. I think that'd be beneficial to members, and it might help address part of Mr. Balich's question earlier when he can get an idea of what the county's debt picture looks like. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been noted. We will get that. Thank you. I don't see any other county board members, so we are going to move on to Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. If you do press the light on yours, it will call us up here too, just so everyone is aware. These, when you do press your light, we know you are being called. I know that, I don't know if that was before or not, so that's, you're like, you're,
Never know what's going to happen.
all right. County Board Member Ogala.
Thank you. There are three things that I wanted to mention today. One is, I was wondering if we do have an update regarding the questions that were asked at the Legislative and Judicial Committee meeting on Tuesday this week regarding the status of what's going on with testing and asking our employees whether they're vaccinated or not, asking them to present their card, whether they've been vaccinated or not. Do we have an update on that?
Yeah, and again, this is just for, we did send a detailed, we did send information to the chief of staff via Nick, so either you're going to get it or it's been distributed, so you should have information on what the protocol is. I mean, again, this is new to us as well, and we're still waiting for the Department of Labor to find out the protocols of what is required of us.
Right, I understand. I do understand that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I do understand that, Jennifer, and I did also talk with Sue Olenek because I had gotten questions from a lot of people from the school districts in my area. And what she informed me was that, because people may be listening to this, that they are working with the different school districts for testing, that they will provide the test to the employees for free, and it's going to be the rapid test. So I know that's a concern for a lot of the people in my area that I've heard. I don't know others in other areas because they don't call me because I'm not in their area. As far as today, we had a proclamation over hunger in Illinois, probably in America, and I am concerned of that as well, and I do think that our food banks are doing a good job on that, but I am concerned that people are losing their jobs because they're not making the decision, the personal health decision, to get the vaccine. So that is a concern of mine. And then one final thing, and Joe, okay. So I do think it's fair for us to comment on the map because some of us can look at the map and see what it says. Now, when I look at the map that was presented today, there's areas north and west of me that I don't know those areas really well, but I do know my areas really well. And County Board District 1 will be split into two different groups, taking the villages of Crete and Beecher and University Park and the Will County portions of Park Forest and Stager, and including them in with the village of Frankfort. The village of Frankfort does not have really anything in common with any of these other villages. The economic difference between those are quite extreme. As well as taking the village of Beecher, Peatone, going out to Wilton Center, Manhattan, all the way up into New Lenox is a very large area, and again, mixing communities that do not share the same things. We obviously disagree since I see a lot of chatting going on up at the front, but the point is we're mixing communities, and I feel that it's real dire that the voice of the unincorporated people who are farming today have the opportunity of losing a voice, because I see that somebody in New Lenox would be, and running in New Lenox would have a better opportunity at raising dollars to win that election than somebody in a more rural, less densely populated area. So I do think we can comment simply on the map just by looking at it today. Maybe not some areas, but certain areas definitely. So, and to make a comment to say that I don't think we can make a comment is kind of an insane comment.
All right, thank you very much. Just real
Thank you.
quick, back to County Board Member Gould. Karen emailed quickly and said the debt schedules are in the back of the fiscal year 2022 budget book, but we will be happy to address that again in Finance Committee.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Majority Leader Mueller.
I think it's called a point of order, but I'm hearing nothing.
Okay, sorry.
I had my mic up in the air. Is this better?
You're on.
You're on. Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear her now?
Micah? Okay. Micah, I was just telling everyone to go to the Nature Foundation's website and jump on the Oktoberfest fundraiser to purchase their native trees and shrubs. That's all you missed. Okay?
And I agree.
And you know what? I will just end it there and let everyone know to have a great weekend. That's plenty.
Thank you. Minority Leader Frizzalone.
Thank you and good morning, Will County, even though we won't be done till this afternoon. One of these days, we're going to get a morning one done. First, I want to thank my caucus for all their comments. I agree with everything they've said, and I support them fully, so I won't rehash that for now. It's interesting. I was going to say something about the abating our taxes. You know, when we were doing that, Jim said to me, boy, we owe a fair amount of money. And we do, but we have a plan. And when we did the Building Will plan, we laid out where all the money was coming from over the next 30 years, in some cases 20 years, depending on the bonds we did. And the good news is, when we did that, we took a look at the RTA tax and said we were going to take a portion of that RTA tax. And we kept it at a percentage, and we looked at the projections of how that RTA tax was growing, and we were very conservative when we estimated the growth. And just by looking today, we're at 2.9 for this month. We're ahead of that pace. So we are well protected on the money that's coming in to help us pay the bonds. So, and I was going to mention as well, you can see how much we owe in the back of the budget book. As I said to my caucus yesterday, it's very important that you look through the budget book, not just, the summary page. Look through the individual pages, see what's out there, look at the debt service, but you'll see that we're very comfortable in what we projected, that the money's going to be there to pay the bonds, maybe even early. We'll see. And then the last thing I wanted to say is, today is National Working Parents Day. And I know we have a lot of working parents here, Madam Executive as well. It's been a very tough year for working parents with remote, no remote, half remote, not sure if they're on the bus, off the bus, if they're wearing masks, not wearing masks. I know my daughter, who has 4 children, is calling us all the time. Can we help? She works every day. So I just want to make sure we keep all of the working parents in mind, that they have a tough job to do, especially during this tough time. Thank God I'm old. My kids are gone. But of course, now I got the grandkids. So we fix them as much as possible. So thanks to all the working parents out there for doing the job you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Leader. That was very endearing. Thank you. Speaker Cowan.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to echo Board Member Ventura's comments about the ERA and the recognition we've received nationally about Will County's role. From what I understand, we are the #2 county in the whole nation for being able to get those ERA funds out the door. A lot of thanks goes to our staff, but also to the county executive and her staff in particular and her push on the marketing, because I think that is really what made the difference. So thank you for that. Regarding the map, I again want to thank the executive and her staff for all the work they've put in on this. I think having more options and more things to discuss are always better than having less. But in particular, I'd like to thank again Greg Johnson, who has been our nonpartisan staff member who has worked on all of the maps. And you'd almost think Greg had nothing else to do, and that's not the case. And Greg has really put in so many hours on this, and I think we're all, as a board, I feel pretty comfortable thanking him as a board for his efforts. I will look forward to the public hearing, which we have, I don't believe we've set a date for that yet, but it'll be coming up soon, and then further discussing the details of the maps in our next executive committee meeting. I'll also just remind everyone that I think all of us value a fair map, and a fair map is not based on where incumbents live. It is based on where our population centers are and where our citizens live. There are certainly more than 2 Democrats in a lot of these areas too. And I think it's important that we make a map that's blind to where incumbents live in order to be fair to our residents. Also, I would just like to continue, as I did the other day, to encourage everyone to ask their questions. You as a board member absolutely should ask questions, but you should also ask them in the most efficacious way as possible. If you have a question for the Transportation Department, it's not necessarily efficacious to ask it at the Public Health and Safety meeting. So I encourage board members to think about when and where they're asking questions so they might best get an answer for their constituents. Also, an efficacious way to ask questions, if you are in a meeting and a question comes up that you'd really like to ask, but it's most appropriate asked by someone who's answered by someone who's not at the meeting, email staff, email our Chief of Staff, Nick Palmer. He can get those questions to the appropriate member ahead of the next committee meeting where it could be discussed. So for instance, if you have a question for Sue Ellenek, she's usually on our Public Health and Safety Committee meetings, but not other committee meetings. So if we can prep her ahead of time with those important questions, she'll be able to answer them fully and completely in a public forum when is best appropriate. I would like to remind everyone that we're still working on our American Rescue Plan funding allocations. I have promised the board that we would get some information out to them by the end of this week. We will be doing that. And then we will be having further in-depth conversations at the next executive meeting. So board members, I know, believe me, I know the overwhelming onslaught of emails some days, but please keep an eye out for that email so that you can get that information ahead of time, really start digging into it before our next executive committee meeting. My last comment is just to reiterate that September is Hunger Awareness Month, and tomorrow in particular is Hunger Awareness Day. You can wear orange to bring awareness on Fridays in September, and also we'll be planning a county board and anyone else at the county who wants to join us volunteer event with Northern Illinois Food Bank sometime in the next few weeks. So please look for announcements about that in your email. We would love as many people as possible to join. I did it as a board member of the CED a couple weeks ago, and we got a lot done, and frankly, it was a lot of fun. So that's about it, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their month. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, I need a motion to move into executive session to discuss pending litigation. Motion by Frizzalone, seconded by Mueller. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mueller. Yes. Mueller, yes. Frizzalone? Yes. Frizzalone, yes. Newquist?
Yes.
Ogala? Yes. Ogala, yes. Cook? Cook? Mustis? Yes. Mustis, yes. Mitchell?
Yes.
Tyson?
Tyson, yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Trainier?
Yes.
Fritz?
Yes.
Gould?
Yes.
Van Dyne?
Yes.
Van Dyne, yes. Balich?
Yes.
Brooks? Brooks, yes. Winfrey? Winfrey, yes. Parker?
Yes.
Ventura?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
Berkowitz? Pretzel?
Yes.
Weigel? Weigel, yes. Freeman?
Yes.
Prolitis?
Yes.
Cowan? Cowan, yes.
25 affirmative. We will now move to executive session. I believe you were sent another link, so we'll wait a couple minutes and get started in about 3 minutes.
Hey Beth, this is Sherry. I don't know if you can hear me, but it asked me to
Hi, this is Julie. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, Julie.
Thank you. I don't know what
Yep.
happened. No one could hear me on. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, everyone, I think we're all back here. So at this time, we have no action from executive session. I need a motion to recess. Motion by Cowan, seconded by Frizzalone. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are now recessed until October 21st, 2021. Thank you.
Thank you.